Hello everybody, the Wild Doodler here, and welcome to the second episode of Let's Draw Cats. So today we're going to be drawing some more cats, and I've already resized this particular guy to be the correct dimensions for my paper here. So now I'm just going to turn down that opacity and get ready to start drawing. Make my lines black, resize it, make sure they're streamlined. Okay, we are all set and ready to go, and I think that might be a little bit too high. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, so this particular pose today is a little bit unique because he actually has a prop to work with in this one. So I'm gonna have to, I think, get a little bit creative with how I'm gonna actually make it go off the screen. I might actually make it like go off the camera there, or I might make it just be like this. But I think I'll make it go off screen. That's a little bit interesting and a little bit different than the other cats that I've done for this particular coloring book, and that'll make things a little bit more interesting. So there is that. So this particular pose as well is also using quite a lot of muscle in this cat. So I'm going to try and show some of that tension there, like with his neck coming up like this. I'm gonna show a little more. It's a little bit more of an action pose, really, the way that he's all bent, and he's also got that intense look in his eye coming out there. So I'm gonna have to work on his face a little bit, I think. Kind of figure out how I want his cheek to come out over here. That might have to be edited a little bit. So there is that. There we go. Do a little bit. Oh, that's not right. There we go. So now, just like last time, I'm still incorporating quite a lot of the line changes, thickness and thinness, and breaking up the lines as well, to just keep everything kind of moving and flowing on the character here, and keep it all interesting. So there's this. I've been doing quite a lot of learning, jumping over some learning curves to make these things happen for my shop these days, because I've never tried to, actually post something on YouTube myself. I've always just watched YouTube, so it's been kind of fun to do the research, to learn everything, and getting the programs to work nicely together. I did have a bit of an issue with my Apple tablet saving the video correctly. It actually turned out that it had saved my audio correctly, but it had put it as kind of a different file type, I suppose. And so whenever I tried to put it in another program to like edit it and make it look nice, it would choose the wrong track that had come with it. So it was just silence, because I guess Apple records 2 different tracks at the same time, typically. And so yeah, I had to jump through a few hoops to try and work around that a little bit. Oh, I like that eye. Oh, it's a little bit wide, actually. Let's change that a little bit. But hey, sometimes technology is our friend, and sometimes technology is not so much our friend, and we just have to kind of deal with it and work around what we have to work with. So thankfully, I was able to, in the end, solve the problem, and obviously the video got posted. So now here we are, and I'm a professional, can hire me anytime. Definitely not a professional, don't do that. I have no idea what I'm doing. But hey, we're all learning around here, right? This is all just a learning curve. There we go. So I think I'm actually gonna draw a little bit of fur over here to get his cheek coming out on the side like this. And we'll get that put together. Nope, that's not quite right. There we go. That's better. There we go. Now he has a little more of that 3/4 turned face. That looks a little bit better. I actually get to draw outside today because it's kind of sunny. So you may hear a cow in the background, but that's okay. The cows are just very sweet and always hungry. But for now, they're being nice and quiet. It's really nice to hear birds again. Let me tell you, it has been a while since we've had the birds around the house. So we haven't quite gotten birdseed to actually feed those birds, but they're sticking around and singing their songs and talking to each other, and that's just nice to be able to open the window or sit outside in the yard and be able to just listen to the birds doing their thing. That's always very nice. There we go. I just won't tell them that I'm drawing a cat right now, this dude's definitely on the prowl after something, but we're not gonna let the birds know that. They can just keep singing. Oops, that's not right. This foot is actually down here a little bit. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm gonna change this pose a little bit and kind of warp his toes just a little so that it's a little more like he's got his weight on them. That's not right. That's not right. Hold on. Everybody, hold your horses. We don't want a bean-shaped foot. That would be kind of silly. Well, that works. And spread out the toes a little bit. There we go. And then this arm will actually be coming up into his face a little bit like this. Not like that. Not like that. Edit this one around. We're all trying to work this out. Nope, that's not right either. Oh, I know what's the problem. That's his body right there. It's coming out. We need to change that bit. There we go. Sometimes it takes a few tries to even get to know where my own lines came from. Okay. So now, edit that one a little. I'm going to put this one here. And there. There we go. Okay. Now let's do his back. There we go. Putting that down there. There we are. Very nice. Very nice. So some of you guys may have seen that I posted the other day on my socials that I went to the store to get some art supplies. And we're trying to kind of spread out how often we go to the store at all so that we can have as little exposure as possible. But it was a little bit, it is definitely odd, the change in behavior going around from everybody, that just everyone's trying to stay safe and work around the new normal that's going around these days. But one thing I definitely found was that when you wear a mask, whether you're actually sick or not, yourself, people tend to give you a little more space. And that was kind of nice, because I'm used to, it felt a little bit almost like Black Friday shopping. There's just so many people and everyone's kind of rushing around and trying to get in and out as fast as possible. And so there can be a lot of bumping into each other and trying to trying to just navigate going around the store, but I found that when you wear a mask, people tend to give you a little bit more room, and that's kind of nice to not be trampled all the time while you're trying to go along. There we go. I love how long this guy's tail is. It's very Panther-like. What he's got going on. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead actually and sketch in the rest of this pole that he's standing on, because I want to make sure that my contact lines make sense once I get there. Oh dear, the end of that line got weird. Let's fix that one. There we go. I like that. And we'll go right here. There we go. Very nice, very nice. Let's fix this little spot right here. There we go. Thankfully, while I'm trying to record this video, there's going to be a few background noises of planes flying over and things, but thankfully the woodpecker stopped using our roof to call in the ladies. The last couple of days he's been up there just rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat, rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. And when you're inside the house, you can't hear it as distinctly, but definitely when I'm outside, it's just right there, making all the noise. There's a reason why he's using it, because it's definitely noisy. Everybody's got to do what they got to do to get attention around here these days, but at the same time, come on, man, let's all like share the space, and I'd like to make a video today, so thankfully he stopped using it just for me, probably because I asked nicely. There we go. Nope, that's not quite right. I like that. There we go. Alright, and that little toe is going to be coming up along the side. Yeah, that's nice. Here we are. There we go. And there. Nice. I actually showed my last video to my nephew, and his big question for me, his big critique, was he wanted to know why I was talking to myself. And I told him that it's because I knew that people like you would be watching later. I didn't want you guys to not know what was going on. He definitely had to think about that one for a while, because that was just a little bit weird. I'm actually going to change the direction that's going there. Let's see. Oh, Doodlebug's leaving. See you later. He's got to go smell some stuff. Okay. He's enjoying being outside too, because I try to take him on a walk whenever I can, but it's always nice when he can just wander a little bit in the yard and do his own thing. Go out smelling stuff. There we go. I actually saw that there were a whole bunch of people today that had dogs in the stores that are like normally food stores, right? So you're not allowed to have your dogs in there. And I was watching them walk in the door going, are they going to get, stopped? They literally have a German Shepherd on the end of a leash. And there is no, like, service dog vest on the animal. Like, you always look for that because those guys are allowed to be in there. But, like, one lady had a Chihuahua and another one had a German Shepherd. And then there were a couple of, like, Labrador-like dogs going in the store. I just thought, it is one way to get your animal to have a walk and also get your groceries, but I thought that they weren't allowed inside. But then it turned out that they just waved them on in. It's no big deal. So I thought, maybe Doodlebug should come to the store sometime. Alright, let's put in these little squiggly lines. I started putting in lines like these for trees way back in middle school. I thought I was so clever because I figured out the way to make trees, and it turns out this isn't actually that novel. That a lot of, oops, that's a tangent. Whoops. A lot of like adult coloring books and stuff tend to just squiggly lines like this when they're describing wood. But it was new to me then, so I used it a lot when I was back then learning how to draw, you know, doing my thing. There we are. Let's do some lines going up like this, and another one like that. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. We'll just do a big one there, big one there. There we go. And then in here, there we are. And again, in this instance, I'm just like the fur, trying to vary up how far apart every group of lines is. And so like this area is really big and this area is very small. I'm just trying to vary up things, but also make it all look like it belongs together. All right, I think his basic line art outline is done. Bam! Look at that guy. Oh, that's happy. He's looking very sassy. Okay. I love how long cats' bodies can get when they really start stretching out, and like he's like, for this guy, he's zooming in on his target there. Oops. That's too big. There we go. Nice. Okay. So now this guy's color scheme. Hello, Doodlebug. He's good. He's done his exploring. Now he can come back. Are you jumping up? He's thinking about it. Okay. So this guy, again, his this piece of wood here is pretty complex looking. So I think I'm gonna make this guy just kind of a simple calico color. So I'm gonna do really big patches of color on him. So let's cut his face in partly in, oops, like this. There we go. That's right, that's right. So we'll do a line. Oops, that's not right. A line like this. There we go. Nice big patch there. I'm actually going to throw another couple of dots right there just so they're connected. There we go. Let's go ahead and make this ear tip another color, so that's always fun. Very nice. Okay, and I'm gonna make, let's do this paw another color, and this shoulder, oops, shoulder piece here another color as well. There we go. And we can do a color piece. Oops, that's not right. There we go. Across there. Yeah, and we'll do another one down here. There we go. Oops. Oh dear. Ha 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 ha. There we are. Very nice. And we can do just a piece of this toe. A color. Yeah. He's looking kind of like Smudge from the Warrior series. I always loved reading those books. Those were actually one of the first books that I really got into reading. Partly because they were about cats. We'd had dachshunds and other dogs, but my cat was really my best friend at the time, and so it was so much fun to literally read her a story that was about her. And Boo would always immediately react when I pulled out that book and be like, "Would you like to read the next chapter?" And she would be like, "Roo, woo, woo," and jump right over and lay down and just start, preening herself and just listen to the story. So that was always fun. There were never any cats in the story, at least as far as I read back in the day, but there were never any cats that were kind of a muted calico like she was. She was gray and light tan calico. So very unique color scheme for that. And yeah. So there were never any warrior cats that specifically were colored just like her, but she knew she was a warrior. She absolutely knew that. And she protected the clan. She brought the food and all that, providing. Let's see. Let's do a patch like that. No, that's not quite right. There we go. And again, a patch here. Let's see. There we go. Just for the tail. All right. I like that guy. He's looking nice. Okay. Well, that is the next one, the next coloring page complete. So I think I'm going to call it there today. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button so you won't miss out on any new content. And let me know in the comments what you would like to see next, and if there's any particular animal you'd like me to draw or technique you'd like me to explain, then I can do my best to do that. So thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!